Hey guys, welcome to the GLC Formula 1 2016 review with me, Dirty Ewok75. So how are we all doing? It was a interesting race. We were in Spa. We're off to Belgium, nice flat Belgium, for some Formula 1. It was an interesting race, yes it was. Now out of the 15 or so we had at the start of the race, we lost 6. We lost 6. And that was before the halfway point. It was a mad race. Quali was start quali and it was wet, and everyone was like, "Oh, wet quali," and turned out not bad. Dried up towards the end, but it was a dry race. Stunning weather for the race. Should have been off the hook, and the race was. A phenomenal race. If you take out the fact that myself, F1 XL Sam, Parched Monk, Superior Rain, Real Wastelander and Zygon all did not finish. Real Wastelander, this is a weird one. Disqualified for going the wrong way on track. However, when you're underneath the map because of a glitch, how does that work? How does that work? It's like something at Call of Duty, you look up and you can see the map. So yeah, that's a different one. And poor Superior Rain, up through on Rouge, first lap, caught the grass, skids, didn't end well. It really didn't. Really felt for Superior Rain. You know, he looks forward to it. He's using his wheel. Things were looking good. However, it is racing. There's nothing we can really do about it. It's just the way it is. Now, there was a few problems with the race in Spa. Things like lag. There was a few lag issues throughout the race. I didn't experience it myself, but a few other racers did experience a lag. And on top of that, an inconsistency when it comes to the safety cars. Yes, we had two safety cars in the race, and they're delayed. They are delayed. When I crashed out, my safety car didn't appear for another, I think, 2 laps once I crashed out. So a bit of a glitch in the game. The lag definitely caused a few issues with more than one driver on several occasions. But the inconsistency with the safety car is that you catch up with the race pack, and it tells you you're either too close or too far away. Now, even when you're like within 25 metres of the car in front, which I was, it's telling me I'm too far away. 1 minute it's telling you you're too fast, you're too slow. Had the chit chat and party, everyone was battling with it. Don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's not something that's here to stay, and hopefully it's something that, you know, won't happen again. If it does, obviously we need a fix. Codemasters need to have an update to fix that, because we can't be having that week in, week out. It's causing chaos on track. But that aside, back to the race. Went really well. Some really tight racing. Been phenomenal racing, to be honest with you. Some really good battles going on as well. Zygon and Loki. Because I crashed there, I was watching the replay, and I was looking at a few of these, right? A few of these battles. Now, of these battles, this was got to be the tightest one of the night. At one point, I heard Loki asking Zygon just to back off. He was being hounded, seriously hounded. Zygon would not leave him alone. You couldn't get anything between the cars. That close, that tight, it raced really fast. So a hell of a lot of skill there. So that was an epic battle that was throughout the race. Other ones, we had Blue Bamf and Maverick. They were battling on lap 15 and lap 16. They had a cracking little battle, a little tussle for corners and stuff. Side by side in some corners, really well. And if that wasn't enough, Bamf decided that after he finished with Mav, he would move on to Looney Tune. And again, battling again. Really, really, fast, tight racing, which is what we're after. That is what we're after. Now I'm actually looking for screenshots here that I saved. There we go. We're going to go to the quali one. That's what I'm looking for, and I can't find it. Can you believe this? I can't find it. Oh no, there it is. There. Right, quali. This is what we're going to look at here. If it will work. Okay, it's not going to work. We use the controller. I was using the wheel there. It's not working. Here we go. Here we go. Right, quali. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is we have another new driver. Yes, we do. We have the Grey Meister who joined us. Now, initially he was going into Force India. However, there's a spot in McLaren. Okay, so he has now joined Merlin Mao in the McLaren team, and on his first outing with us here at the GLC, he pulled a third in the qualifying run with a 148.6, which is not too far from the top. Second was Binary with a 147.6, and in first was Monk with a 147.5. So he's right up there when it comes to the qualies. Did really, really well. A few surprises when it comes to quali. I qualified higher than Zygon, which I didn't notice at the time and got quite excited about it. Probably the only time it happens. It's got to be some technical glitch that caused that, because he's a lot faster than me. But I beat his lap time by 2 seconds. Something wrong. There's definitely something wrong there. It doesn't make sense. It really, really doesn't make sense. What else we got? Wastelander joined us again for this evening. It's not been about much, but he joined us and he qualified in 5th with a 149.4. So really, really well. Now, moving on to the race. Apart from the battles that were going on, it was a good race. It was consistent. Take all the crashes out, the ones that always crashed out. The ones that were left held a steady pace, and it's a really good track for being fast and smooth. But it's got a few technical bits in there, especially the chicanes, which, to be honest with you, I don't think they're designed for F1 cars. Sometimes on a full lock, you still can't get the car around there, but you do it. You do it. You have to do it. And it was a really, really good race. Smooth, fast, and everybody had a good time, despite all the hoo-ha. Everyone had a good time. And at one point, when I was observing, the party was eerily quiet. At one point, I mean, you could hear a pin drop, and that's obviously everyone just, race heads on, concentrating like mad, just to make sure that they're not crashing out. The rate people were leaving the race, it was a wonder that there was going to be anybody left at the end of it. So there we go. So a good start for Grey Meister with his first race, good Welsh boy, and he finished in 8th. Now that's not bad. First out with the GLC. Qualies in 3rd, finishes in 8th. Can't take it away from him. Welcome to the GLC, mate. Hope you enjoyed your first outing, and I'm sure there's going to be many, many more. I'm sure there are. Now, moving on to the top 3. Alright, there's one surprise to the top 3. That is Looney Tune. Now, I don't think he's been up there maybe once this season, twice this season. He finished in 3rd. So well done to the Looney Tune, finishing in 3rd for the Ferrari team. Loki pulled in a 2nd. No surprise there. Well, a little bit of a surprise actually, because he almost lost his spot to Zygon. He almost lost it. Now here's the thing: when I was watching it, obviously watching the race, clicking through the drivers, getting info for the review because I crashed out. I came off Zygon, and literally maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds later, I heard the kerfuffle, and that was Zygon coming off, and I missed it. So I don't actually know exactly what happened there. I really don't. I have not a chance to speak to him, but it must have been spectacular because they were racing hard and fast, very, very close. So Loki almost gave up his 2nd spot, and not voluntarily, might I add. But hey, Loki pulled in a second place with the Red Bull team, so another point for the Red Bull team. Very consistent in the season, being the first season, but very, very consistent. And talking about consistency, Mr. Consistent, Binary obviously came in with first place in this race. He only done one stop in the whole race. Now the most stops I've seen in this race was Greymeister, 5 pit stops. Don't know what the strategy was there. I don't know if he was having a few problems. Did that force him into 8th? Could he have got away with a few more, maybe push himself up the table? We'll never know. Now there was somebody who was a little bit squirrely, and that was get my notes here. I think it was Minotaur. Yeah, I was watching on lap 13 and 14. I don't know what was going on. He couldn't stay on track. He was everywhere. So things a tyre issue. I've changed the camera thing. And no, he's on soft tyres. So unless they were, burned out, I don't know. He was on some serious problems staying on track. He was on the gravel. He was in the sand. He was all over the track. So I don't know. Was it his tyres? I'm sure we'll find out. We will. Now, this was a busy race for a number of reasons, and that's what it is. When we get a busy grid, it's going to be a busy race. There's going to be mishaps, there's going to be accidents, there's going to be misjudgments, and that's just the way it is, right? And it's about remaining positive, enjoying yourself, and remembering why you're there. Why we're here. We're here to have a laugh, right? It is racing, sim racing, so there is going to be hiccups. There's going to be stuff that you can't predict, but that's just it. I mean, Superior Rain, lap 1, and he didn't even get a lap in. So gutted. When I heard it, I was so gutted for the guy. I really, really was. But it is what it is. That's what I always seem to say. It is what it is. It's F1. It's racing. Shit happens. Now, moving on, people. Monza next week. Italia, which is this week. Looney Tune. It wasn't this week and it wasn't last week, because obviously I heard you've been practicing for Monaco, but Germany was the course, so hat off to you. Monaco. Now, Monaco's fast. What was it? Monaco? What am I on about? Monaco. Bloody hell. Monaco's in France. Monza, Italia. Right, start again. Moving on. Monza. Yes, we're off to Italy. We're not off to France. We've done France. It was terrible. Monza. That's where we're going, right? Really epic, iconic, fast track. And there's no real slow corners on this track. The chicanes aren't incredibly tight, apart from the first one. It's a dream to drive. It is, and if you get it right, it can be very, very smooth. And I am in no doubt it's going to be eventful. I really am. I'm sure we'll see a few cars in the sand, in the grit at some point. I'm sure we'll see a few catching the curbs, because the curbs are quite high on Monaco. Monza. Keep saying it. Monza. Okay. Monaco doesn't exist. Just wipe Monaco out your minds. Okay. I never said Monaco. I said Monza. Okay. So yeah. So we're off to Monza. It's going to be good. Let's see what the weather is. We've done quite well with the weather this season, to be honest. Let's see if it holds out for Monza. I'm hoping for a nice sunny day. It's a track I like on whatever game I play, the F1 and the other ones. So yeah, so we'll go from there. So I'm knackered. I've had a long day. The race is done. The review is done. Looking forward to Monza. Done. And that's it. So I am Dirty Ewok75. This is your F1 review. Take care, guys, and I shall see you on the grid next week.